Hi, I'm Kevin Castaneda, and this is Kev's Mindset, where we talk everything finance, investing, mindset, and productivity. Today, we're going to be talking about how you can start investing in crypto. Now, I'm going to make this very simple and easy, as it's very confusing sometimes, and especially when you're just trying to get into it, and everyone's telling you something different and something confusing and this and that. It's kind of hard to get the gist of it. So I'm going to be just outlining how to get started and it's not as difficult as it seems. It's pretty much just like stocks. Unless if you're trying to get very in-depth with it, which I will not be covering in this video. However, I might make one in the future talking more in depth about crypto, but this is just the basics. So let's get right into it. Whoosh. Okay, so there's several big cryptos like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, and right now the big meme, just like GameStop was a meme stock or like a joke stock, it would Dogecoin. Dogecoin is also a meme or joke stock, and they work pretty much the same as a stock in forms of trading. So you go to brokerage, and I'll name some of the brokerages you can use: Coinbase, BlockFi, and those are kind of the big ones. You can use Voyager too. So Coinbase, BlockFi, Voyager, and those are kind of the bigger brokerages that are usable. And Coinbase is a personal favorite, probably the one you should be using, as yes, there are somewhat high fees, but you can still buy crypto. Now I'm going to talk about what exactly crypto is now that I've outlined that this is a basic concept and that and the brokerages that you can use to buy crypto. Okay, so let's start talking about what crypto exactly is. Okay, so crypto is basically it's kind of just like a stock. There's the main ones, which is Bitcoin and Ethereum, and Bitcoin has all sorts of things. However, Bitcoin is kind of just an alternative currency that instead of the dollar, so when the dollar loses value, like when inflation comes as it is right now, Bitcoin goes up in value, and it's just a currency against another currency. It's basically another currency that you can use that maybe one day we'll be able to transact with easily and seamlessly, that will work better and will be faster because we won't have all the issues with the banks being involved. So let me put this into perspective. So gold used to be what backed up the dollar. So it was level one is gold, follow me? So gold, and then level two was the dollar. So the government held a certain amount of gold, and then the dollar was backed up by that certain amount of gold. And so that inherently gives the dollar value, right? But then the dollar was taken off of the gold standard, gold thrown away, right? So as gold's taken away, we're only left with the dollar. And the dollar now has value backed up by the faith, and it's basically just backed up by the faith of the United States, basically meaning that it's backed up by the United States being able to continue and being able to thrive and having great businesses and great economy, and the United States staying alive and thriving. That's what it's backed up by. It's backed up by the faith of all Americans and by the faith in the country. So now it has value based on the country and based on the people. So now it's taken off of that original thing. So same thing with crypto. Let's say Bitcoin is still in the gold phase. Now you need something level 2 to take it off the gold phase, and then eventually you'll get rid of it in total. Not exactly, but maybe we'll stay in level 2 where it's still backed up by crypto, because crypto is not hard to hold. It makes sense. It doesn't make sense to transact with. It's a $50,000-$60,000 coin, right? You don't want to transact with 0.000, right? You want to transact with simple things like a penny, a quarter, a dime, a nickel, a dollar. I mean, I don't think the pennies make sense, but that's besides the point. $1, $10, $20, $100, right? So it's more simple to transact with that money, okay? So crypto being the base, gold, and then you just have something on top where it's a simple concept, just like dollars and coins for the US. It's the same thing. Except that instead of gold, you're using crypto, and the US got rid of gold, and there's no more gold standard. However, crypto probably won't do that because there's no government or faith to back it up, unless you use the people's faith to back up crypto, but that would cause a crazy crash, so I don't think that would work. But someone needs to come up with a nice system where we can buy Bitcoin with a stable balance that goes up and down a little by little, maybe 2%, 1%, 3%, 4% a year, like the United States currency does, 2% inflation per year. The dollar loses 2% of its value every year, right? And that's perfectly fine. As long as we stay at 2% inflation and that persists, and we don't go over 2% like crazy, we don't go under 2% like crazy, then we should be perfectly fine, okay? So that's the general gist of the inflation. So now we're gonna start talking a little more about, now that you know the big cryptos, the brokerages, and what exactly crypto versus the dollar is. And so what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna open up an account with something like Coinbase. And Coinbase is probably what I would advise. So sign up with Coinbase, make an account, and then I'll leave a link to Coinbase down below. So sign up with Coinbase, and then after you sign up with Coinbase, you sign up your payment account, you send some money into it, and you buy little pieces of Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. And I just described Bitcoin for you. It's basically just backed up by people plowing into it and people believing that in the future it will have more value, because it doesn't have a lot of purpose at the moment. I mean, it has a little purpose, such as, hey, you can buy a Tesla with it, but as more institutions come in, it'll keep going up, and as more companies allow you to buy things with it, then it will have true transactional power to use. And it's also just an asset you can invest in, just like any stock. So I hope that kind of cleared up cryptos for you, and it's very simple. It's the same thing as a stock. You just go in, you buy it, and eventually it'll go up, right? Or eventually it'll go down. You can't just, you won't know, but that's pretty much what it is. It's just a stock. Obviously, it's not just a stock, like it's not backed up by a company. However, some of them are projects. Like, apart from Bitcoin, there's things called altcoins. And the altcoins are like, for example, Dogecoin. Actually, Dogecoin is a bad example, but I'll explain altcoins. So altcoins are basically, they're projects. So same way a stock is backed up by, like, let's say you buy Tesla stock, right? So Tesla stock is backed up by Tesla making money and then releasing products and all this, right? So let's say I create a coin called, my name's Kevin, so Kevin coin, right? Kevin coin is now, and my project is that I want to go to space. So I'm getting funding from that coin. That coin will have value. Maybe I'll create a time machine let's say I'll create a rocket ship. So you'll only be able to pay for the ticket for that rocket ship with the altcoin called Kevin coin, right? So that's kind of what gives altcoins value. They're a project that someone starts, they get a team together, they build money, or they raise capital, and then they do the project, and that gives the coin inherent value, because you're going and using that coin for something in the future, and you're basically waiting for that to happen. And other buyers also come in, and it goes up in value just like a stock, and down in value just like a stock. And Coinbase will make it very easy for you to learn. So if there's anything I didn't cover, you can when you go to Coinbase and sign up, you'll get a broader picture and better understanding from that as well. Thank you guys. I hope you did enjoy the video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I tried my best to keep it as simple as possible. However, it does get a little complicated when you're on the blockchain and all these different depths and deep holes that crypto exactly is. So if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, and feel free to subscribe if you are new and you want more content like this. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. This was Kev's Mindset.